I need more personality in UFC. I think UFC started to have like the commentators are starting to have like a lack of personality. You know,
Well, let's start the
um,
commentators. I'm not impressed with.
I don't
Daniel,
like Daniel Cormier.
no,
I don't.
he got called out by what's the little fucker's name? What the
Was
fuck?
it Sean O'Malley? Was that the one that called?
No, the other announcer guy that still fights.
Cruz.
Cruz, man.
Yeah,
Cruz called him out.
yeah.
He's like,
Did
you don't
Cruz
want.
call him out? I didn't know that.
He's like, brother, you don't do your homework. You don't watch their previous fights before you do the commentary. And Cormier was like, hey, man, you need to do that in private. You can't do that in public. And Cruz was like, I don't think so. It's just like, I'm critiquing you as a professional. You should be better. And I agree. Look,
Wow.
Cormier,
Wow.
Cormier to me is kind of goofy. Never had the greatest social skills, but he could fight. He was champ, so people tolerate him. And I think he's a little bit cooler than he thinks. He's not that funny. He's not
Yeah.
articulate. He's okay.
So I think you nailed it. I just don't think he's cool.
He's not cool.
He's not cool.
He's like a
He's
fat,
not cool.
nerdy guy that could
Yeah.
fight weirdly.
Anytime I see videos like UFC uncensored or whatever, where they're like just showing the fighters around and they run into Daniel. He's always that guy who's too overly boisterous and like, hey, what's happening? No, what you doing, man? Hey, no, we're going here. What you doing? You doing this? Nah. And you just
I don't like it. I don't like him.
Yeah.
I'd never really liked Bisping as a fighter. I thought he ducked Romero, but I think he's a pretty good host.
I was about to say, I think he's a decent commentator.
He's funny.
He'll call people out too.
He's got personality, and to his defense, he did win the title, so I'll give him that. I just didn't like how he defended his title. But as far as a commentator, I think he's solid. I like Cruz. Cruz knows his shit. People don't like Cruz, but he's seen all the fights. He jumps into commentary. He's got opinions, but I like him. There's another one I don't like. There's it's the white guy. What's his name? What's the other fighter that does it?
I don't know.
Oh man.
What did you think of Boss Rutten back in the Pride days as a commentator?
I like Boss. Boss was probably the
he was pretty good, man. I like Boss.
He's cracking jokes, man. He's cracking jokes. But Boss is a rare.
Yeah.
Boss has a TV personality. He was a fighter. He was a great fighter, but he's also just extroverted and he can sell anything. He sells the crowd. He's cracking jokes. He's personable. You like him. Yeah.
It's interesting, man. I was so we were talking about some sports in my history class, and we got back to we were talking about Jack Johnson, first black boxer in America.
Right on.
And I got some of his radio of him, like the announcer on the radio. Man, have you ever heard a radio fight? It's fucking great, man.
No.
They're always like, all right, down he goes. Look at the sweat everywhere in the crowd. He might be dead on the floor. We don't know what's going. Like it was fat. Like you're just as excited listening to it. Commentary is important. You want to have a professional up there who knows what they're doing, who knows how to break it down. It's the best, man. It's the best. You don't want to have somebody goofy,
Well, and especially when you're going with past fighters, you got to be extremely selective with that shit. And I think that the UFC has done a very mediocre job with that.
Yeah, they got Rogan, but even Rogan, like I like him, but do I think he's elite top tier?
No. The other one I was looking at, Paul Felder, whatever.
Yeah.
He was the lightweight. He was a top 10 guy. He's mediocre. And the worst part about it is he thinks he's a good announcer. He's just like he was as a fighter. He's like, you're okay. That's all you are. You're nothing special. Cormier doesn't belong there. You're mediocre. Which is even worse than being. I'd rather have Cormier who's not that good than mediocre. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to improve that.